Managing tasks is one way of making a successful project. Microsoft Project can do this. Hi, this is Jerry Esperanza. Thank you for visiting this blog. Please enjoy the presentation.
We launch Microsoft Project. Let us close sidebars to make our screen spacious for our project. What we do first is we assign the start of our project. We go project information. We assign July 4 as our starting date. Click OK. Let us give name and save our project. Now let us enter our first task in identifying the number of activities we are going to do on a software project. As we prepare our requirements specification, we elicit requirements to our client. After gathering enough information of what the system is expected to do, we draft our use case diagram. Along with our requirements elicitation, we need to identify constraints in implementing the project. After completing our initial steps, we consolidate and drop our requirements. We prepare a letter of proposal. Now, we need to estimate the number of days we had to spend in doing the first set of steps. We may need 3 days in eliciting requirement as we talk to our prospective clients. Under duration, we put 3 days. Entering 3 is enough because the default is already expressed in days. Let us put 1 day in formulating our use case diagram. Budgets, programming language to be used, and other constraints needs 2 days in preparation. We need half day in preparing our requirement specification and another half day in preparing our letter proposal. Because other activities will not start unless one activity is completed, we need to assign predecessors to activity that is dependent on other activity. We adjust the borderline that divides our task pane and calendar pane until we see the predecessor color. Prepare use case will not start unless elicit requirement is completed. So we place on our task ID 1 to predecessor column of prepare use case. Notice how start and finish dates were adjusted as we assign predecessor to prepare use case. A task link was shown indicating that prepare use case will start after completion of elicit requirement. We may say that identify constraints can start at the same time with prepare use case. We enter 2 start to start, as we depend on task ID number 2. Notice the adjustments on both panes. We can only draft our requirement specification after completing the identify constraints. So in this case, we put task ID 3 and 4 respectively. We may identify this series of activities as our requirement specification stage. We make a summary to roll up the activities. We right-click the entire row of task ID 1 and select New Task. We enter requirement specification under task name. We block select illicit requirements up to letter proposal. You can do this using your mouse or press Shift arrow key down. Look for the indent button and click. Please note of the renumbering done upon insertion of the new task. We identify milestones to target important dates certain stage of the project. On this case, we want to know which date we submit our proposal. We enter 0 day on duration to indicate that this is a milestone. Notice how the diamond symbol for milestone. Because this is dependent on the completion of letter proposal, we put 6 under predecessor column. But submit proposal should not be part of requirement specification. We simply click the outdent button to do this. We are now entering on our system design stage. Activities under this stage include prepare sequence diagram, identify steps through activity diagrams, format screen design. Let us say that sequence diagram preparation will need 2 days. Another couple of days in preparing activity diagrams, and 1 day in preparing screen designs. We initiate sequence diagram after submitting our proposal. At the same time, we start also preparing activity diagrams. We can start screen design after completing the activity diagrams. We right-click the sequence diagram row and insert new task. Under task name, we enter system design. Block select the 3 tasks underneath. Indent.